You ever go into a project, oh, this is easy, we got this, and you get into it and you realize you're way over your head? Guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. You guys already know by the title of this video, we are going to be doing the flooring on the trailer. I feel like we should do it before we even get a car in there, before it gets all dirty, scuffed up, you name it. But we ended up having to pick up some things. Obviously, you guys saw us at Home Depot, but they didn't have what we needed at Home Depot. So we had to actually order it online from Home Depot, and better deal, way better deal. You probably save like 150 bucks. I'll make sure you put the link down in the description below, and I will also show you what we picked up from Amazon. Let me show you. Amazon packages are coming in. Now, we did end up getting the glue from Amazon. Let's see if I can open that up. We did order the glue from Amazon because it was a lot cheaper from Amazon, but ironically, what's this here? Oh, that's some hooks, D-ring hooks for the trailer as well. But let me show you here. Ordered this bad boy right there. That should work really well on that vinyl stuff that we picked up from Home Depot and on the wood from the trailer. So we picked up two of these guys because one was not going to cut it. I kind of measured the square footage. So make sure you guys check the square footage out on your trailer. You guys are doing the same thing. But let me show you what we ended up grabbing from Home Depot. Just picked it up. Had to go down to the store and grab it because they wanted like 60 bucks to deliver this thing. And this is the Bad Mama Jamma. We ordered two of these bad boys. This is the coin flooring. I got to unroll it. I'm going to let it sit out in the sun for a little bit just so that way it acclimates to some of this heat. But again, I tried to order it on Amazon, you guys, and it was just way expensive, especially for how much we needed. And this was just better. We had to wait a little longer, a little over a week, but I think this is a better outcome. We got to save some money where we can. But let me open this thing up, see what you guys think, and we got to get the trailer out also. All right, we got her unpacked. Check it out, fellas. This is that rubber coin. Now, we went with the smaller ones as well. They got a bigger one, but I think the smaller one's going to be better for like any toolboxes and things like that rolling around inside. But this should be good to go here. We're going to unroll this thing out and then let it sit out for a little bit and let it kind of flatten out a little bit before we put it in the trailer. And I also bought this one at, I want to say 22 feet by 8.5. So width-wise, we should be good. Length-wise, not so much. That's why we got the extra roll. And we got the smaller extra roll for the door as well. So that one's probably, I want to say close to 10 or 12 feet long. But this should be plenty. Got the trailer out, fellas. Now, we got everything prepped for the most part. I went ahead also and cleaned the edges up a little bit. There were some spots that went really crazy with the caulking on the side. So I want this thing to kind of sit as flush as possible. So we remove some of the caulking. We can always re-caulk it after this thing is in. Also went ahead and took the trim off the doorway right here, not to mention the D-rings. Remove the D-rings. Everything's cleaned out. So we should be able to just roll this thing in. What we're going to do is we're probably going to start on the back side over there because it is 22 feet and the trailer's 24 feet. I'd rather have the extra small patch on the back side, or I should say the front side of the trailer, versus out there where the cars will be coming in and out. So I'll bring it in here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to tackle the right side first and get everything kind of pre-cut and ready to go. And then what we'll do is we'll put the glue down on this side. And then once we got everything fitment-wise good on this side, then we'll move over to here and do the same thing and start trimming on this side and then do the exact same thing with the glue.
24 hours later.
It is not looking good. Just my freaking luck. Oh my God, guys, everything hurts. Like, everything hurts. You ever go into a project, oh, this is easy, we got this. And you get into it and you realize you're way over your head? Yeah, that was this. I don't know if I'm just getting old, fellas. I mean, you guys tell me, but I really underestimated this project, and the coin flooring, I don't think I'll ever do it again. And a lot of reasons why. We probably should have went with the epoxy. Epoxy would have been 10 times easier. And first and foremost, if you guys are doing a trailer this size, this is a 24 footer. I mean, probably anything even bigger than a 16 footer. It's definitely a two-man job, like easy two-man job. Again, I underestimated. You're talking about that first sheet was 22 feet by 8.5, trying to maneuver that thing in and out of the trailer. Cutting it, like, it was a pain in the ass. This is day 3. I think we finally got the floor buttoned up, but man, it has been a nightmare. Like, I really actually wondering what they would charge to do something like this, because again, you get into those projects and you're like, man, I should have paid to do this. But as far as what we have into it, we brought around 750 bucks or so on the material as far as the coin flooring goes, and another 60, 70 bucks on the glue, right? And then we had the spatula and stuff like that, razor blades, whatever you want to call it. You can call it close to 900 bucks, right? The epoxy floor probably would have been cheaper and a lot easier, let me tell you. And the amount of issues I ran into with like the glue, oh my God, you guys. If you're a flooring guy, this probably would have been cake for you guys, but I am not a flooring guy. Like I said, everything hurts. My knees are busted up. I should have been wearing knee pads since day 1. So wear knee pads. Again, the size of this thing, I underestimated it. But not only that, the glue sucks, man. The glue absolutely sucks. It gets everywhere. It drives me crazy. Like, it's messy. I got glue all over the place, all over the trailer, all over the floor. Like, I got to go back and clean all that stuff off. But it was a pain in the ass. But let me tell you what the things I wish I would have knew going into this project, and probably would help you guys out. Let me give you guys a quick look at the final product. For the most part, we also installed our winch there. I wanted to do that just because we might even use it this weekend, but give you guys a quick glimpse on what this thing ends up looking like. Not perfect by any means, fellas. And again, first time doing this, and it shows. It absolutely shows. So big one. Biggest headache I had is putting these back in. And what happens is you don't even realize at the time. I obviously pulled these out to do the floor right, but when I go to put them back in, put the bolt back through, and guess what? The bolt is caked in that glue, because it was obviously, you go over it and you don't even realize you're putting glue into those holes. And I couldn't put the nut on it. And even when I try to run the nut up, this bolt would pop up, and you can't really hold two sides unless, like I said, unless you got another person on the other side. So I had to take all that off, clean the glue off the bolts, and then clean the glue out of the holes. So I wish I would have done is put some like just painter's tape. If I would have put painter's tape on this side, and then when I went back to put that on, it would have been so much easier. Painter's tape for sure would have helped that. Again, that was the biggest one. And another thing, I did pre-drill the holes for the winch. And I'm really glad I did, because I didn't want to be messing up the coin flooring on this side. And then on the other side, I went with just a hot knife or a hot screwdriver, heat it up, poke a hole through the actual vinyl, but that made it easier. But same thing, I had the same issue over there with the glue in the holes and the bolts, and it was a pain in the ass. It was a freaking nightmare, let me tell you. But what did also end up coming in clutch, fellas, I don't know, whatever you guys might have, I use this engine plate that I have from the LS's just to kind of get the corners. It's really sealed up and down, like almost like as an ironing plate, just to iron that stuff out. You guys saw me rolling this thing out. Let me tell you, I got an ab workout. I was cramping up, you name it. And then I was fighting the glue from drying because how big the pieces were, obviously, and I had to put glue. We're working mainly in this area. We're in the big area. We're working this area here, and I was putting the glue down. Obviously, you start all the way down, you get over here, and you start to realize it's drying up, so you have to try to hurry up. This is where two people comes into play, and let me tell you, it was a pain in the butt. What I did do later on, I didn't do it right away. It was a mistake I made later, but it is a really good idea to do, obviously in sections, obviously in halves. I did it here, but trim your area up, fold it over, and make sure you have it to where you know it's gonna lay perfectly. And instead of pulling the whole thing off and trying to lay it back down with the glue on, and I'll show you where I made that mistake over here. It obviously didn't come out bad, but it was so much harder. If I would have just did what I did on the big pieces, I had to obviously make a seam here because this is only 22 feet long. So this is our seam here for the extra 2 feet on the front of the trailer. So I put the glue down on this front side here, and then I had the entire piece off instead of just kind of flapping over half of it. So when I laid it back down, I knew it was gonna lay exactly where it's supposed to. I try to maneuver this, basically this whole area back into where the supposed to be at with the glue in place, and I should have did it in halves. So definitely a good idea to do it halves, and that way, so when you go to lay that thing over, it lays perfectly right where you want it, and you're not fighting the entire section. And that, I really should have paid attention to that. Definitely something to pay attention to, but let me tell you, it was a pain in the ass. So like I said, learn from my mistakes, you fellas. But again, I don't think I would do this coin flooring again. And if I did do it, I would pay somebody to do it, man. This is a lot of work, especially for the size of the trailer. Like I said, I probably could go epoxy, and I'd love to know what you guys would pay to do something like this, because again, I would have just hired somebody to do this, because it was a pain in the ass. It was 3 days worth of work by yourself. Definitely a two-man job. Something to take in consideration. But this guy here, I got the new Badland winch for the setup here for the new trailer. But what I didn't like, this bracket that comes with it, they gave you these small little bolts they expect you to put through this metal bracket that they give you. And they're really short. And so I ended up having to go to the hardware store, because we bolted the bracket to the frame, the actual structure of the trailer in the middle. And then I had to go get longer bolts to go through the bottom of it to bolt the actual winch to the bracket. So I don't know. But again, that's Harbor Freight. I mean, they don't really know what you're going to put it into. But even then, like, they're just so short that you really couldn't put anything in between it, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I don't know how they expect you to do that. But what I did do also, fellas, is before I laid the glue down and everything, or I should say the vinyl over, I made little X's. You see here, I made little X's kind of throughout the entire side of the trailer. So I kind of knew for the future where all those like stud and frames are at on the flooring, because once you lay this down, you can't really see where those screws were at, where they actually drill it into the structure of the trailer. So I made little X's all the way down on both sides. So when I go to like mount anything to the floor, obviously we got to do the E-track in here. I kind of know where those studs are. So that'll help me, give me a quick guide. And that way I know that we're bolted, we're solid, we're not just going through the wood itself. But yeah, man, like I said, don't get me wrong. It looks good, it looks amazing, but I don't know if it was worth it. Again, you guys, I think I'm just getting old, man, and just like I said, everything hurts right now. The abs are killing me. The knees are busted up. Elbows are busted up. A lot of work for one person. Let me know. Again, put it down in the comments below. Yeah, not a good job. Not a very good job, but it should work. We got still a bunch of work to do. We got to wire this thing up and go from there. But you guys already know, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and hit the bell for notification. And stay wrenching.